So we are doing the continuing like terms. We've already done the top part because this is just going to be the examples that we're doing. Now, we've already discussed how variables can represent what? Someone tell me. Yeah. Anything. Variables can represent anything. They can represent anything. And what do we know about, let's say, any variable A and any variable B? Are they going to be the same anythings? No. Whenever we have two different variables, they are two different things, which means they are not like terms. We have to make sure that all of the like terms are together to have the expression the most simplified manner, or the simplified form as possible. So we have a couple things here. We've gotten down to part B. We have 6m plus 3 plus m. And for simplicity reasons, we're going to give that m an actual tangible representation. If we have 6 monkeys plus the number 3 plus 1 monkey, I want a way to have that jump out at me. Not the monkey, that might hurt. But we are going to indicate that these are two different things. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do an arc under here, because that's one like term. I'm going to do an arc right here, because that's another like term. So I have the 3 that's left. I'm going to do an arc above that guy, because the number 3 is the only one like that. So if I have to pull these guys out to be like terms, 6 monkeys plus 1 monkey, how many monkeys do we have? 7 is correct. 7m, 7 monkeys. Now, is there anything that's going to go with this 3 here? No. So that means that 3 is just sad, chilling right there. Now it's coming through. Jace.
Why can't you have like 3 plus m?
Now, this is what the student just asked. Why can't we have 3 plus just m?
Like, so you add the m to the 3 and do like 7m plus 3m.
That I do have 7. Could you say a question again?
Why couldn't you just do 3 plus m to make 3m and then add 6m plus 3m?
When you have 3m, that actually equals 3 times m. Okay? That actually equals 3 times m. Because if you have 1 monkey and 2 more monkeys join you, how many monkeys do you have?
6.
You had 1 monkey.
Oh, 3.
Well, let's just put it into these terms. Let's put it in these terms. So we have 7 monkeys joining you. Okay? How many more monkeys is that than you just having 1? 7 more. 7 more than just having 1 monkey. So it's 7 more than just having 1 m, which is 7m. You can't combine stuff because of through addition it doesn't become 1. Just think of the cat and the pet fish. When they come into the house, they automatically don't make that fish called a catfish. Okay, that would be multiplying together. That's science, and this is math. All right? Okay. Mathematics. Now, we have a couple of different terms here. And by the way, exactly as I write, I expect you to be writing like that, because there were a couple students last period who were not writing what I had, and they were asking me questions because they did not write as I was writing. Your future, you will appreciate it. Your future, you will appreciate it. All right? So, I'm going to get this out of here. We have different terms. What are the like terms in this one, Jake? Or, no, Boss. Yeah. Luke. Luke, what do we got?
AB.
Okay, we have A, B. I want to indicate that, actually I want to do the plus sign with it, because it's a positive AB. So we have AB. What's another one that we have in there? Regular numbers. That's right. So I'm going to circle the numbers. So I'm going to circle the numbers, and all those that I've circled, since they're like terms, I can put those all together. 20 plus 9 plus 1 is 30. But I still have to make sure that everything is accounted for. I still have to take care of that plus 4ab. And if I didn't know if I was supposed to have it plus 4ab or minus 4ab, what did I have also underlined there? The plus. Because it's a positive 4ab. You with me, or are you paying attention to your nails? Not really, because you're not writing what I'm doing. You're just playing with your nails. Let's go. Good. That's what I like to hear. Feel excited they're understanding it. Now this next one here is a little bit more confusing. Okay, we have different terms that are mixed up with each other. I'm going to make this a little bit thinner. We have 18K. Are there any more kangaroos there? 28, thank you. 28. Where else? We have 10, a plus 10 kangaroos. All right, how about jumping spiders? Do we have any of those in here? Okay, okay, jaguars. Okay. How many jaguars do we have? How many jaguars do we have? Hey, quiet. How many? You're jumping ahead of me. We haven't got that far yet. Okay, there's plus 2 jaguars and plus 11 jaguars. Okay, it will be 13, yes. But you're still jumping ahead of me. Yes, patience and silence, unless you're help me. We're going to take the two terms that are like. We have 28 circled in, or that squared in, so that just gets down. Squared. And then we have another thing that's squared in, plus 10k, which that is equal to what, people?
38K.
38k. So I'm going to go 38k. Then we still have a couple more things left. We have plus 2j, and because we have that plus in front of it, we know that it's just positive 2j. Plus 11j. Now we have everything accounted for. We took care of this, that, and that. So 2j plus 11j, and what does that come out to be? 13j. Now, is this a positive or negative? Should this be a negative sign or a positive addition? Positive. Good. 13j. And it's possible that you guys would have had 13j plus 38k, and that's just fine, right? Because isn't 2 plus 1 3? Yeah. But what about 1 plus 2? It's still 3. Yep. It's still 3. Now, since we are so intelligent, I want you to do those next 3 and then stop. I'm going to give you 3 minutes. Okay, I'm going to give you 3 minutes to do it. So YouTubers, you can skip forward if you're catching up on notes. But I'm going to start writing in 3 minutes. You may begin. Oh, no, you don't have to.
Oh, I'll do it.
Okay.
I was just kidding.
Thanks. Appreciate your help. So here are the different like terms. Quiet, please. So we try to trick you a little bit. So here are the like terms. We have 2 nuggets, chicken nuggets, I guess. We have 3 pizzas. We have 9 nice people. And then we got 9 more. Then we got 8 more pizzas. Okay. Okay, I won't have tangible things to represent variables anymore since you guys stop thinking about algebra and you start thinking about whatever tangible object I'm talking about. So we have 2n. Is there any other circles up there for 2n? Are there any more n's? Are there? You can't break it up. There's nothing being broke up here. Okay? You can't just break it up because you want to make it fit. There has to be a reason for it. But there's no like terms, so we can't combine it with anything else. So we just know that there's going to be 2n. Then we have 3p. Is there anything else that's 3p? Is there any like term with 3p? Okay? Yes. 8p. Exactly. So we have 3p plus 8p, which equals what? 11p. Now, is that going to be positive or negative? Positive. Thank you. Plus 11p. Well, I don't know. Is 2 plus 1 3 and 1 plus 2 3? So does it have to be in that order? No. But if you really want it to be pretty, you could have it in alphabetical order, but it's still going to be the same. So we're not done yet, though. We have 3np. Sorry, plus 9np. So plus 9np. Questions, sir?
Oh, no. I thought you already finished.
Nope, we weren't done yet.
So I thought you just...
Nope. For this next one, we have like terms that are the number 68, the number 32. Stop talking. The number 68, the number 32, and then we have plus 44b. There are only 2 things that are circled, so I'm going to combine those things, and it becomes 100 plus 44b. Are there any questions on that? Good. Now we have 3 different things. We have A, C, and B. So we have the A, that's the under arc. Our B was circled. Then C was arc over. Okay? And just by glancing at it, I can see that the 2 things that have the similar underscore, we have 5A plus 29A. That becomes 34A. Then we have B plus 4B, which equals 5B. Good. And it's a positive 5B, so it's 5B. Then we have 9C. 9C plus 4C. And notice I'm taking plus 4C because that here is an addition sign. The reason why it's plus 4C is because it's the same plus 4C. It's taken from that. So 9C plus 4C equals what?
13C.
Positive 13C. So it's plus 13C. Any questions on those?
No.
Good. I'm going to do... People, we're not done. Stop. After every section, you guys get this, like, rumble, like the storm when it was rolling in yesterday. We're not talking about the homework. We're talking about the notes. Don't worry about finishing everything. Here's the opportunity, people. Your quizzes. We need to discuss this. There are many of you who are hoping to get stuff done rather than worrying about understanding the concepts and the methods to do what we need to do. Because you think if you finish it, it's gone. You finished it, woohoo, it's an accomplishment. No, people, this isn't fitness where you work out and you're done working out. Okay? Then you work out again. No, this is where you learn how to work out and then you do those things. You learn the methods because it doesn't matter what numbers or variables or sections or whatever it's called. If we ask you how to do something and you can tell me, well, you do this first, then you do this first, then you do this. This first, then this, then this, then this. It doesn't matter what the numbers are. It'll be easy for you. So put your pencils down. We're having a little chit chat. So, since we're almost done with this section, and some of you still were just going through this without putting anything to thought, you're just like, all right, math class is almost over. I'm supposed to take notes, so I'm taking notes. Then when you do the homework, you might look at the notes, but you're probably just popping it into your calculator because people still didn't know how to multiply and divide on their test, even though they knew it was going to be on there. By the way, I'm going to find a good website to teach you how to do that because we don't have time to teach you what you learned in second, third, and fourth grade and fifth grade, not in the seventh grade classroom. Okay? And I don't want to make you feel not as smart if you don't know how to do that because you've been using calculators, but not here. That means you need to step it up, and because you can't, I'm going to put a link on my website that I expect you to relearn how to multiply and divide. The reason I don't like lattice method is because it doesn't help you with division. You have to get methods. Okay? What is the major point of this section? What is the major method? We've done 7, how many questions? 2, 4, 6. Okay, we've done about 12 questions already. What is the major concept of this section? It's called combine like terms. That's what it's called. But what's the method that we need to get from it, Abby? What do you think the biggest theme of this is? Okay, that is also the topic. But what about a method? Okay, if you had a younger sibling learning how to do this next year, how would you tell them how to do it? Without even an example. It's like, I don't need an example. Here's what you do. How would you say that? Melville? Simplify. Okay, that's what we're doing. But what's the method? Yeah.
It's kind of just like adding and subtracting.
Okay, it is adding and subtracting. Yes.
You have to put the terms, like the like terms together, and like the numbers together with it. Like if it's 3b plus 4b plus 5a, you have to do the 3b plus. And I don't know what I put on. I already just confused myself.
Nope, I'm just paraphrasing what you said. This is the major concept. When the variables are the same, they can be combined. Write that down. That's what you want to remember for when this quiz comes up. The same way that we did last week. When we were highlighting sections for you to memorize, this is the sort of thing you need to memorize. That isn't memorized by doing 20 questions on a single piece of paper. It is memorized because you put it to memory. Then you can use it throughout the rest of your algebraic career. When variables are the same, they can be combined. And that's when we're dealing with adding and subtracting. And if what this is saying is, so that means when they're not the same, they cannot be combined when you're adding and subtracting. Do you agree this is a major theme? If you remember nothing about practicing all this stuff, if you remember what you just wrote at the top of your notes, you will be A-OK from this section on the quiz. Okay? Continuing on. Oh, that took too long. Darn it. I want you to do. Well, we're gonna do number 3. We're gonna do number 6 together. We're gonna do number 6 together because now we're dealing with adding and subtracting. And the reason why up here we are having the sign involved as well, like here, we circle the sign here, circle the sign here as well, is because we need to keep the sign with us when we start having negative integers or negative variables. So I'm going to guide you through this one. First one here, we have 3a. Negative 3a. Are there any other a's in there? Okay, yes there is. We have a plus 26a. No other a's. Now we have a a plus 7c. Here's a minus c. Then we have, we'll go purple. Then we have plus 9b plus b. I'm going to work these three things out because we got three different kinds of terms. We have to combine the three kinds of like terms. So I'm going to do that. You guys do that at your desks. I'm going to do that up here. That's what you should have. Number one. We're not on number one.
I know, but I'm just confused about y minus y.
If someone gives you a yam and takes away your yam, how many yams do you have left? So what's that number? Correct. Yep. Now, I want to point something out to you. See how I did this here? Which is easier? Now, let's just say that I am a 7th grader who struggles with adding and subtracting integers, which is okay, but I don't like the fact that I don't understand adding and subtracting integers, so I went to my math teacher, and they helped me out. Okay? He's a decent dude. He helped me out. He helped me understand that if I have a negative 3a plus 26a, even though it's just as easy as the other side of it, visually, it's better to have 26a minus 3a. Because if you have, on a number line, 26, and then we have a negative 3, isn't what's happening, you're at 26, you're going 3 that way when you subtract 3, right? Because 26 minus 3, you're going 1, 2, 3. Yes? Or is it easier to visualize having negative 3 and going 26 this way? Either way, what are you going to end up at? 23 is what you're going to end up at no matter what. Therefore, if you are struggling with integers, you can rewrite it like this because it's just addition and subtraction. You're going to end up at the same spot anyway. Okay? So I want you all to do 1, 2, 3, and 4 before you start the homework, which is the second page of that notes page. Okay? I'm going to write down the solutions up here. I expect you to have the work done and indicating the different variables and terms. Okay? 1 through 5. I did say 1 through 4, didn't I? Going 1 through 5. Okay? And YouTube, I'm going to write that same thing, the solutions up there. Okay, I just had a question from a student asking me whether they know whether to add or subtract. And it's because she hasn't been having the sign included like I do here when I highlighted green. You got to bring the sign with it. That tells you what you're going to do. I knew that this was going to be plus 4c here because I have a plus right here. So that means on this one, we have a like term here and a like term here. What's circled? Yeah, so 71 minus 11. So 71 minus 11 equals 60. So the answer is 60 plus 44b. Okay?
If there's a
Yes.
subtraction sign in front of the number, would that make it negative? Or would I just
Think about what we did. Think about what we did for this one. The question was if there's a subtraction sign in front of the number, does it make it negative? The answer to your question is yes, it makes it negative. But when you're putting them together, so let you work on this rather than picking at your leg.
like
It's what?
is it like negative 2j?
That would be like negative 2j, yes.
Okay.
And you combine that with the other one.
So would it just be 1?
No. Because 8y minus 6y minus 2y, when we get to this part, that comes out to be 2y. 2y minus 2y is 0. So the answer is 0. Because if you have 8 yams, someone takes 6 yams from you, you have 2 left. Someone else takes 2 yams from you, you have no yams. So the answer is 0. Yes? Mm-hmm. You have that laid out correct. That is correct. Yep, keep going.
So if there's a subtraction, if it's a negative number and a positive, you're going to subtract?
If it's a negative, if the like terms are negative, there's one that's negative, one that's positive. Yeah, you could just do the positive one minus, yeah, the positive and then the negative. So for example, what she just asked me was I have one here and one here. I got to take that. I'm going to take the one that's in the positives, then the one that's negative. Okay, which will be 7k. Then I have 14j minus 2j because that's accounted for. That's accounted for. Comes out to be 12j. It's a positive, so it's 12j. And we have here, here, here. Comes out to be 23 plus 4ab. What's that for? What was this? Bye, YouTube.